Hello, my name is Shaden, and this is SWAT Stop. Sorry I've been gone for a long time, and it's like, I think it's been a week, maybe 2 weeks. Sorry about that, but I'm bringing back the daily videos. We're gonna see how they do. I'm gonna try to tweet them out. This one's gonna be going up late, but tomorrow and the videos after that, I plan on getting them done early as soon as possible. That'd be pretty cool. Well, usually gaming news happens from like 3 to 5, but sometimes there's something big in the early. If it's like sometimes there's stuff that's big and early. I want to talk about the Batman game, the new one. Well, I actually want to talk about something. It deals with Batman now, but I want to talk about how this generation of consoles games have been plagued by not being ready or being delayed. Especially being delayed. Games have been delayed a lot, but there's been like a couple games where they have been released even though they should never have been released, and Batman's one of them. Here's the thing, as a developer, if you're making, or a company, if you're making a product and you release it, you should be confident in that product that it's going to work perfectly fine. And I admit, there's going to be some bugs. Not everything's perfect. Like, if you buy a car, there's going to be those little, like, things and stuff. If you buy a game, there's going to be, like, the couple bugs where you might be running and you might lag a little bit because there's, like, a glitch right there, or, is some stuff. There's like nothing's perfect, but like little bugs, that's okay, but not like a major thing where Warner Brothers Games, the new Batman, they had to take the PC version off the market. Well, there's has been a lot. Why? Well, basically because there's been a lot of complaints regarding the appealing performance of the game, and there's been a lot of complaints how the game's been locked at 30 frames per second. I don't really mind like the graphical and frame things as long as the game works fine. If the developer says if the game's perfect at 1080p 15 frames a second, hey, if you say it's good and I play it, it's good like that, then hey. But if I don't see why gamers complain. I mean, 30 frames per second, that seems pretty good. I mean, we played that last gen. I know it was supposed to be better than that. Next gen's supposed to do better, but it's 30 frames per second. I don't get a big deal about that. Some people do. But here's the thing, the game has been plagued by technical issues, including low quality textures, shuddering, freezing, crashing, and bugs. It was also found that some of the graphical features, like the basic graphical features, have been included in the console versions were omped from the PC versions. Also, Xbox gamers and PlayStation 4 games have said there was bugs on there too, also high numbers of jags. But hey, it's not bad as your PC, so as console gamers should be lucky. But I mean, we shouldn't accept things like this as consumers, because a game developer, if you're making a game, I say before you announce a release date, you need to be confident on that release date, like saying you have to set those weekly goals. And I think if you miss maybe a weekly goal, push it back a month. I think that's how it should be. Or maybe if you miss 2 weekly goals, push it back a month, because that's 2 weeks. Well, not a month's not 2 weeks, a month's 4 weeks. But saying, hey, we missed these 2 weeks, so these 2 weeks goals, so we're gonna push it back a month, because we're gonna need that extra 2 weeks to get back on track. And then we're gonna also take the extra 2 weeks to make sure we're perfectly fine. So yeah. But the community admin on Warner Brothers website said they take the issues very seriously and have therefore decided to suspend the future game sales of the PC while we work to address the issue. And quality standards. Now, yeah, quality standards. That should be a big thing. Quality. You have to have. You should, as a consumer and a developer, you should look into something that has quality, especially a developer, because you don't want to put something on the market that has no quality, because you're going to lose money. Like, if a car maker, let's say if a car maker, are you going to buy a piece of junk thing that only has 2 tires, or are you going to buy a car that has 4 tires? You want quality. But yeah, so you want quality. So as a game, you would rather have the game up there playing at 1080p. Like I said, I'm not a big thing about the graphics, but saying you want the game up there looking amazing, running on a good engine, doing amazing stuff, instead of a game being, hey, we can't sell this game no more on this platform. Why? Because we didn't take our time, or we should have said, hey, we gotta push the PC version of the game back, or the certain version of the game back. It could have been Xbox, it could have been PlayStation, But I'm saying the developer should say, hey, these two are on the right track. We should release them as the day we said, and then after that, say, hey, we can't release the PC version because it's not ready yet. There's a lot of bugs, since PCs they have PC gamers. They have quality. Like, they need standards. If you don't hit their standards, they're not impressed by your games. They need good graphics. Like most PC gamers, I think they play at 4K, and the Xbox, PlayStation are not that, because then 1080p 60 frames a second to 1080p 30 frames a second. That's easy to hit. If I hear right, I probably don't hear right. Probably saying lies. I don't know, but yeah, but the developers, these like Assassin's Creed, the game was horrible. The game was good, but when it comes to the bugs were horrible. There'd be a cutscene and the person's face wouldn't be there. It'd be just the lips and eyes and nose. Where's the person's skin on the face? It doesn't even look like a face anymore. I would have put Batman in here as the gameplay, but I bought on the PlayStation 4, and I'm playing on my Xbox, so I didn't have Batman. I would have put Batman in. I played it. I haven't saw no bugs or errors, but if I do, I'm gonna be pretty mad. But in the end, so far it's a good game. It looks amazing and stuff like that. But it's ridiculous how games have been overhyped, and then when they're overhyped, they don't work. Or they don't work as the way the developer says it to. Or when they overhype a game, it's just a month away from release, they're like, oh, gotta push it back, guys, sorry. We could have said, hey, we could have told you 3 months later, 3 months before it came out, and said, hey, we're falling behind, we're gonna have to push it back maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months more. It depends. So developers, this generation, they've been slacking. They need to get back on track. I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. If you look at my gamer tag, it's SWAT 2025. You can look at the achievements. I don't hit 10 exactly. I don't get all the achievements, but I get pretty much average around 700 and 800, maybe 900 sometimes in the Assassin's Creed games. But when it comes to Assassin's Creed Unity, I stopped playing it because, well, there's a lot of bugs, and it wasn't working right, so I said, hey, I'll just put it back down until they get it working right, and then yeah, I might go back to it, I might not, maybe when the new one comes out, I'll go back, but games have been overhyped, games have been delayed a lot, and with games not even working right when they're out, that's pretty bad as a developer, and it's better for the consumer, because we already spent our money on those, and they're like, oh, sorry guys, you can wait for the monthly updates, and to get it fixed. But why are the developers doing this stuff? If they're like, we know our games are not gonna work, so why not do it? And that's like saying, hey, what are we doing? I think they should look back at themselves, say, what are we doing wrong? Why are we doing this? And stuff like that. That's what I want to talk about today. Is that and Batman. Batman's amazing. So far, I haven't counted any bugs or errors. The game's a little difficult. They don't tell you this stuff, buttons of, during there was a tutorial mission where I was playing, and it was use your special power. Couldn't figure that, but overall, Batman's awesome so far. It's amazing. But game developers should be working harder on their games, making sure they release on the proper day, making sure they release properly and working fine, amazingly on all platforms it's coming out on. Now, Grand Theft Auto, I want to use Rockstar as an example for the next 30 seconds. They came out the Xbox, PlayStation version, then they later came out for a PC version, but they kept on pushing it back because they're saying, hey, the game isn't ready, instead of releasing a game, we're going to push it back, even though I don't like games being pushed back, but still, they're doing that. I'd rather have a game pushed back than not be complete. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. So we'll see you guys later, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Right, guys? Thank you. Alright, see ya. And watch the next 10 seconds, or 20 seconds, whatever, how many seconds are left. Have fun.